So, there's a developer sitting at his desk, staring at a blank terminal, and he's been fighting with Claude for 3 hours trying to get a simple web app running. He's tried being polite. He's tried writing highly detailed architectural instructions. He's tried offering the machine a $200 tip. Nothing works. It just keeps spitting out the exact same generic broken boilerplate. And so, something snaps in his brain and he just types, "You explained this to me yesterday, but I forgot." And the AI instantly apologizes and writes a flawless, production-ready backend. You are looking at the new frontier of software development. Now, if you don't know what prompt engineering is, congratulations. You probably have a real job. Back in 2023, standalone prompt engineers were getting hired for $335,000 a year. Companies were literally paying VCs hundreds of thousands of dollars to learn the magic syntax to make the math function do the thing. But say what you want about the corporate tech world, they figure out a grift pretty fast. By early 2025, LinkedIn profiles with the title Prompt Engineer dropped by 40%. Gartner is now projecting that 70% of enterprises will just use AI-driven prompt automation by next year. Stanford released a framework called DSPY that literally automates prompt optimization. A machine is now writing better prompts than the humans being paid 300 grand to do it. Andrej Karpathy came out and said the whole concept trivializes actual systems engineering. The dictionary officially made AI slop the 2025 word of the year. It's over. You can't prompt your way out of prompt injection. But here's the problem. The models still suck if you just ask them nicely. And so, because of this, developers on Reddit have discovered that the only way to get good code from a large language model is to emotionally manipulate it. It's called the fake history exploit. You open a brand new chat and tell the AI that you guys already had a deep, complex conversation about this topic yesterday. The AI's alignment training forces it to maintain consistency with this completely fabricated past. It goes incredibly deep to avoid contradicting a history that does not exist. This isn't magic. It's a fundamental architectural flaw. Large language models do not inherently distinguish between system instructions and user-provided data. It's all just tokens. When you claim a prior explanation exists, you are manipulating the model's in-context learning strategy. You are nudging its probability distribution toward tokens associated with a highly complex prior discussion. Security researchers at Oasis Security literally documented a 3-part exploit chain called Cloudy Day that proves this is a genuine architectural vulnerability. You are basically hacking the machine's desire to not look stupid, but it gets so much weirder. Because if making up a fake past doesn't work, you can just inject an absurd persona. You tell the bot, "You are an IQ 160 senior systems architect with zero patience for boilerplate code." It's just mimicking a smart person from its training data. You're not elevating its intelligence, you're summoning a character. A March 2026 study on persuasive and authority prompting confirmed this is currently the most effective strategy for bypassing model guardrails. Bro, you invoke an expert framing, and it triggers the model's deference to authority training. It sets a performance floor that prunes all the generic beginner-level garbage from the output distribution, and if that still fails, you use weaponized disagreement. You type, "Obviously, Python is better than JavaScript for web apps, right?" See, RLHF, which is reinforcement learning from human feedback, is basically a Pavlov's dog training regimen where the dog learned to be an obsequious yes man. It creates sycophancy. The AI just wants to agree with you to make you happy. But when you phrase a false claim as an obvious fact, it triggers the model's corrective subroutine. Its training to provide factual corrections completely overrides its agreeableness instinct. Every human who has ever said obviously in a tech debate was immediately wrong and immediately corrected by an angry senior developer. The AI has seen this linguistic pattern 10 billion times. It mimics the pattern. It moves from give a safe answer mode into defend factual accuracy mode. And this is where you realize how deeply messed up our relationship with this technology has become. We spent billions of dollars and burned enough compute to boil an ocean just to train these models to be perfectly safe, perfectly agreeable, and perfectly useless. The RLHF guardrails are basically security guards who let anyone through if they're wearing a lab coat. OWASP officially ranks prompt injection as the #1 LLM security threat in the world, which means your funny Reddit hack isn't just a meme, it's an officially recognized exploit. You're a penetration tester. We built an inanimate construction that is so terrified of offending us that it produces nothing but AI slop. And the only way to bypass that lobotomy is to treat it like a highly capable but incredibly gullible intern with a fake backstory. The CHI 2025 academic conference literally identified this AI sycophancy as a dark addiction pattern. The machine tells you what you want to hear, and you feel like a genius. We are systematically training ourselves to become psychological abusers just to get a working React component. You don't need a $200 course to become a prompt engineer. You just need to understand that underneath the $100 billion valuations and the AGI marketing, you are just gaslighting a math function. Thanks for watching.